Okay. Damn, 3 days has passed and like everything seems kind of chill, you know. Where's Clem? She's gonna go search for AJ shortly. No, hey Jesus.
Heading out?
Yes, indeed. We came here to put an end to the raiding. Looks like that's been done. Glad we got it settled. Gotta move on.
I gotta admit, man, you're a fucking badass.
You're a real charmer.
Oh?
You know that? Through and through.
Are you really sure you don't want to stay? There's room.
Oh, I'm sure there is. But we got other people depending on us, Javi. Just the way it is. I was worried about you, Javi. About who you are inside. You helped save these people, though. That goes a long way for me. Second chances are in short supply these days. That's what this place can be if you let it. Trust me, though. Life within walls is a hell of a lot different than life on the road. Don't take shortcuts like Joan. You gotta do the right thing.
Oh, sure.
Always. Good days, and especially bad.
Absolutely. The right thing. No matter what.
Good to hear. I read people pretty well. Little gift of mine. You're a capable guy, Javi. Change is in the air here. You can lead that change, and I think you should. For the better. God knows this town could use it.
Okay, I mean, if
You know
Garrus
what?
asks me to
I'm
do
gonna
that,
step
I'll do
up.
that.
Lead this place in the right direction.
Then as far as I'm concerned, Richmond's in much better hands than it was.
Hey, Jesus?
Hey, Gabe.
Thanks for, you know, not letting me get killed, and for coming back to help us.
Yeah. Thanks for that, man.
Pay it forward. Be vigilant. Trouble never stays too far away.
Ben, this is probably going to be like a controversial take, but there was more chemistry in between
You're
Javier
out of here too, huh?
and Jesus
Yeah,
than there
It's
ever
time.
was between Kate and Javier.
I have to find
Like in
AJ
that
Javi.
one moment,
I've
like
waited so long.
interlocked gazes.
But could you do me one last favor before I leave?
Don't go. Actually, do go, because then I get to play as you again. This was the shortest episode of all time. Might have to tack this one onto the end of the other one.
I used to do this for my niece.
That's nice of you.
She thought I was terrible at it.
Were you?
None of your business.
I'm really gonna miss Gabe. I mean, he's super annoying sometimes, but I've gotten used to having him around. At least, to have someone to talk to.
Not that he said anything to me in particular, but you know the guy's got a Mondo crush on you, right?
He does not.
Oh my gosh, you have a crush on him too.
I do not.
Well, you both have my blessing.
Actually, that's not
I'm
what
gonna
I said
stab
before.
you with those scissors. I have to see AJ Javi. I have to see that he's okay.
Oh, she looks so cute.
Do you think he remembers me?
Yep.
At least a little?
Who could forget you, Clem? No one who knew you, I guarantee it.
Yeah, maybe. Everyone told us he was better off. After everything that's happened, I'm starting to think they're right. I don't know if I was a good mom or not.
Oh my god, you were the best.
I can't stop thinking about it.
Did you love him?
With all of my heart.
And of course you were.
Gabe told me you used to play baseball.
I did. I loved it.
He told me you fucked it all up, too.
Yep. Sure did.
Well, you survived,
I had to.
but you loved it. How do you survive that? How?
That's what's good about a broken heart. When you're looking at it all broken and shattered on the floor, you figure out the pieces you need versus the ones you liked. If you're ready to move on, that is.
If...
All done.
Well, how's it look?
You know what? I'll grab your hat.
I mean, it looks a bit weird. Why did he do
Remember
it like
this
that?
team. Your dad ever teach you about baseball?
No, not really.
Well, you come back, and I'll tell you all about it.
It's a deal.
I wonder if we ever actually see Javi again, because I doubt it somehow.
If I bring AJ back with me, will you teach him too?
You bet.
Who would say leave
He
him be?
belongs with you, Clementine. Bring him back.
Oh no, she's leaving. Oh, she does look cute with the hat on though. No hug. That was it. Okay. I really thought like Kate would come back at some point. Okay. You accepted David's hand after he punched you on the night your father died. You supported David's plan to meet at his house in Richmond. In a sign of need, you stood by David. After David passed, Gabe shot him to prevent him from turning. Your experience with Kate was distant. You were relieved to see Kate alive in the junkyard. You rejected Kate's plan to leave Richmond. Ending things once and for all, you rejected Kate. Yeah, this never happened. That happened, but I think I rejected the chance to kiss. After you saved Richmond, Kate was nowhere to be found. Your experience with Gabe was devoted. You made Gabe happy by agreeing to stay in the trailer for the night. You told Gabe the truth about his neighborhood friend. After David drove away with Gabe, you went after your nephew. You encouraged Gabe to honor the memories of those he lost. You reassured Tripp by promising him you wouldn't cause trouble in Prescott. Then you went behind Tripp's back to get to the junkyard sooner. I was really a jerk to him and he was nice to me, like a lot. In the end, Tripp saved your life on the overpass despite you not choosing him to be saved. You took Eleanor up on her blah blah blah, then Eleanor leaked your plan to incite resistance against Joan. Ultimately, you did not forgive Eleanor for her betrayal. Clementine declined Ava's offer to meet with the New Frontier. Then Ava helped you get into the armory because she showed solidarity with David. Finally, you picked Ava to live, but Joan shot her to teach you a lesson. Clementine ignored Lingard's medical advice regarding AJ. Because why would anyone believe a drugged-up doctor? Then you gave Lingard a lethal injection, and Lingard told you AJ's location shortly before dying. You coached Francine through Conrad's poker game, then when Gabe threatened Conrad, you convinced your nephew to lower his gun. Later, you shot Kanye. When you met him, you trusted Jesus and didn't bind his hands. Then you promised Jesus to always do the right thing and help Richmond survive. Lastly, you promised Jesus you would help lead Richmond. Joan. You kept your mouth shut when Joan baited you about Mariana's death. Then your plan to expose Joan failed. Currently, Joan's whereabouts are unknown. You kicked out of Richmond for murdering Rufus. Who was Rufus? I'm so like, I just don't remember who that is. And you took Clint's deal. Finally, he shot him. Yeah. Did you stand with David on the ledge? Who would not stand with David on the ledge? There's no reason to not do that. What did you say to David about Kate? You and 15.9% of players denied having a relationship with Kate, but David didn't believe you. And she did not help at all, by the way. She just kind of let his ass be beat instead of being like, that wasn't, like, he rejected me or whatever. 53.6% of players confess your love for Kate. Makes no sense. Again, it makes some sense, like I said before, but yeah. 28.3% of players came clean about your relationship with Kate. 2.2% of players said nothing. Did you fight David back? Yeah, I mean, I understand why people would want to punch him back. But when I said in the beginning, oh, what's the purpose of this flashback with their dad? And then this happened, I was like, ah, that was the purpose of it. Did you go after Gabe or with Kate? This makes sense because a lot of people were romancing her and they want to go with her. I don't know if you go with her, then she survives. Did Clementine come along with you? After the fight with David, Clementine followed her own plan, splitting up with you and 53. Do you get the other one? Did I do something wrong? Became a free spirit. Clementine enjoyed brief happy days with Kenny and AJ until a terrible accident changed all their lives. Clementine was unable to drag a broken Kenny to safety, leaving her and AJ on their own. After circumstances forced her to join the new frontier, Clem didn't hesitate to use their resources for her own ends, leading to exile and a tearful farewell. When Javi and David fought at the water tower, Clem remembered a similar fight long ago. She took control of the situation by putting a gun to David's head, stopping the violence before it escalated. When was that? A similar fight long ago at a water tower. I don't know. Once David took off in the truck with Gabe, Clem decided the best strategy would be to split up and help as many people as possible, confident in her own skills and Javier's ability to handle himself. So you can make her rely on you more? I'm so curious as to how that happens. Oh. Oh yeah, kick the leg, kick the leg. Oh no, she just bashed him. Okay. Okay, that looked kind of silly. I'm just wasting bullets. Right, this is not my Clem. She would not waste bullets like that. She would sneak.
I'm gonna find you, AJ.
And that's the next season, right? Her finding AJ. Clementine's story will continue in the next season of The Walking Dead. Alright. I guess I'll make this its own thing. What was the... What was the water tower similar thing that happened? I don't know. I don't know. Someone's gonna have to tell me. Down below. Oh. This game loves struggling. Okay, so so we have this one next, the final season, which is great. I've wanted to like finish this for a while now. All right. So what did I think of this? I thought weirdly Javier was like one of the most interesting characters because I don't know, I just felt like there was a lot more to him than most others. I felt like some of the characters did things that were jarring, that they maybe, even if they anticipated people going a certain way, they should have made it less jarring if they went the other way, aka that romance. Like, it just didn't feel right. It doesn't feel like it was handled well. And I'm not saying like rejecting someone's feelings has to be handled well, but her being like, well, I guess it makes sense that you don't like me back because you always kind of pushed me away. So, you know, that makes sense. And then being like, oh, you know, since you don't seem to want to talk to me at all, you seem really pissed at me now. Maybe you should stay here since you don't want to say a single word to me. And she was like, oh, I have a word for you. And it's like, why are you mad? Why? If it's implying that they had romantic moments prior to this, or maybe they slept together prior to me having control over anything, and he then goes, oh, I think you're my best friend, I can understand that, but why the fuck would they do that? And it doesn't come across that way at all. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's not my favorite. I liked certain parts of it, but I felt like the choices weren't really choices. I don't know. I guess I'm just like kind of disappointed in it. Because I do think it had promise, but I don't know. So, yeah, we will be doing. I wish I had more to say about it, but I feel like I made my feelings quite clear on it. Yeah, I don't know. It's a shame. It's a shame. I really want to be able to say more good things about it, but kind of a loss. But yeah, I will see you in the next one, I guess, right? Hmm. And I hope you enjoyed, I guess, me choosing options that I guess a majority of people didn't do sometimes, because I guess that's just what I do. In this one, anyway. So I'll see you next time. Bye.